looking for a weapon. Just if you're gonna help, then help. If not, then leave. And he just continues to dig into the ground here.
You know what? I have a spare sword. I'm going to throw my short sword to him.
Oh, boy.
Awesome.
And I pull out the wand, and I give it the flick of the wrist.
Awesome. So yeah, it begins to pulsate and points at the stone that's at the base of the tree. So question, do you see a road that leads past the manor, or do you just see really large drop-offs that go down towards the river?
Okay, well, we're not helping this guy.
Yeah. You have a nice day, sir. We hope you find your daughter.
Best of luck.
It appears to be a cave system or something south of us.
Maybe we should have given him that map.
Does it denote the area that he was headed towards?
I don't know. Well, I thought he was taking the long way around. Why would he need a map of caves?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's gonna be a...
Yeah, and as you come up closer and continue to walk, perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot cube of granite, a moss-covered statue of a dragon. Its wings tucked closely to its body. The statue looks east towards the mansion.
Are these webs of the cob variety, or do they look more sinister?
Give me a nature check. In this area, we're going to do some theater of the mind, by the way, unless we get into, like, something, okay? So as you take a look there, let's just go ahead and switch over this. As you kind of take a look inside, you notice that these are actual, like, spider webs. They're quite large. As you begin to, like, rummage around, you come over to the fireplace here. As you begin to kind of inspect it, in that case, a fiery head erupts from the hearth here, and it assumes this draconic form. It hisses and crackles and unfurls a smoky wings here. It begins to hiss at you. My knights have fallen into darkness. Save them if you can. Show them the light they have lost. And it burns out, leaving nothing but smoke.
What's that, Muru? You said there's a clue?
Unsure if it's a clue, but it is. There's more to this manor than it seems. The grounds that we chose to not explore have more than just this structure on it.
Tall and arching windows set the panels of stained glass and decorate the walls behind the altar. One of the windows has been shattered, covering the chapel floor with shards of colored glass, allowing thick fog to enter and fill this room. Through the fog, you see 4 armored figures kneeling before the altar. Okay, so last time we kind of made a left turn up into Valaki, and instead of heading to the swamps, we decided to go check out a creepy manor. You are back on the path of Old Salvage Road, mists and all. As you were walking down the misty path here, it slowly begins to part as you come up on this giant oak tree. Dozens of ropes are hanging from its thick branches, swaying gently, and despite the absence of breeze. The grisly sight is made more disturbing by the weathered stone at the base of the tree, inscribed in Barovian writing. Beneath of the hanging nooses kneels a man, frantically digging at the earth with his bare hands. He's disheveled, with several days of grown beard and torn, muddy clothes. He doesn't notice you as you approach.
I look at the rest of my party, see how everybody's looking.
Yeah, Albert, you're pretty much at the front on your horse, right?
I'm not on horseback, we're just walking.
Do we want to stop and help this guy, or should we just keep going?
What were the rumors about this place? It's supposed to be haunted?
You know, anyone who's able to survive as an old man on their own in this place probably does not need our help, but it would bear investigating.
Makes a good point.
Yeah, as you guys are doing this man is still just digging with his bare hands at the base of this tree.
Has he made a lot of progress? Does it seem like he's been here a long time?
I mean, he's digging in the ground with his bare hands. Do you think you're going to make a lot of progress digging in the ground with your bare hands?
It depends on how long you were there for.
Depends on what you mean by bear.
What kind of bear are we
Like-
talking here?
With I like BEAR hands?
If you're not smart enough to figure that out, it's not worth saying.
Is there anything around him, or is it just a man in a tree?
Man in a tree filled with nooses. I mean, you're in the woods. Again, you know, you're out on the road.
I don't know.
And remember, my dumb children. I'm looking at you, Danny and Chalo. You're not smart. Continue on.
Bazzlo, do you want to perhaps use your silver tongue to maybe converse with this gentleman?
I mean, I might say hello, but do we really want to stop and talk to this man? Does he? You think it's worth it?
I don't know. It's a very ominous situation, but
We could at
as
least
our friend
ask him what he's
Elzeiros
looking
has
for.
stated, it might not be a bad idea to speak with him. Or it could be a horrible idea. Who knows?
Elzeiros, what are you doing while this is unfolding?
This man, I'm going to assume, is either very dangerous or very capable. I'm just going to keep my eye on him while my companions debate amongst themselves.
Cool. Give me a perception check.
I should probably actually bring up my character sheet at some point.
Jesus, you unprepared bitch. The rest of the party can continue to confer while he's making his checks.
Well, if he looks at me funny, I'm gonna whip out my spear. So just tread lightly.
Maybe we just have Chalo go talk to him.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
you
if that
know,
would
I
go
could
very
I could give it the good old try.
Yeah, I don't.
What's up, Mike?
Gotcha.
Chalo, if anything happens, Chalo's a lot sturdier than Bazzlo.
well. That's the truth.
And he does have a crazy talking sword, so he is used to talking to frantic things like this man.
He is giving off good vibes too, so maybe give it a shot, Chalo. Can't hurt to say hello.
And
Oh, this is gonna go-
Elzeiros, as you stand and kind of survey and look around, the smell of an old familiar smell fills your nostrils, and you begin to look around and you see paw prints. You can't really quite distinguish what they are, but the tinge of blood has also caught your nose.
Are we in the forest?
You're on the path, but yeah, on both sides you are surrounded by the salvage woods.
Okay, I get an advantage on that roll, so I'm gonna...
Yeah, that's why I gave you what you did, but
Worse. All right.
yeah,
Um,
I used your passive perception on that. You're good.
gotcha. Where's the, is the blood around the old man, or is it just off to the side?
You just caught the smell of it on the wind. You can't really make out. You can see paw prints kind of in scattered directions around the tree.
I'm going to walk around and investigate while leaving my companions to their debate without telling them what I see yet.
Okay, cool. Companions, what are you doing?
What time of day is it right now?
That's a great question. I want to say we're getting close to like afternoon, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken. Yeah, if
Gentlemen,
not almost evening.
I hate to say this, but as long as this man does not seem injured, we might need to be on our way.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of looks like a dog. Is he acting like a dog?
It does
Give me a
look like
perception check.
something I would do while I was in form.
Zach, give me a perception
13.
check. Yeah, so as you take a look at this man digging, definitely does not look like a dog. He just looks like an old man who's quite frantic and gnarled in this case.
But he's digging like a dog with his bare hands.
Well, maybe we ask how he's doing, and if we don't like his answer, we just proceed.
Well, yeah. Chalo, why don't you go try to talk wild folk to wild folk with this man?
Okay, so I take one step forward while still being on the road. I'm gonna yell out to the old guy. Hey, old timer, are you okay?
Yeah, it's just you yell out at you. He doesn't really pay attention to you per se, but he's just, please, you must help me, and he just continues to frantically dig.
Help you what?
Just help me, my daughter.
Hope you your daughter what? I don't understand, man. Like you gotta talk to us.
I just asked you for help, and then he just kind of goes on continuing to dig.
I'm gonna look back at the party and be like, I think this guy's not well. I don't know. I got an eerie feeling about this.
It kind
Did
of
he
gives
say
trap vibes.
Something
Kinda like
about his
trapping.
daughter?
Something about us helping his daughter. I don't know. Don't feel good about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Turn around to go talk to Elzeiros, and I see that he's missing.
He's not missing. He's just taking a look around here.
Yeah,
I'm still in the area.
there. Yeah.
Els, what do you think?
Well, what did you find out from the old man?
He needs help with his daughter.
Okay, well, I've seen paw prints on the ground is what I was looking at. There was something that happened here. I can't tell you what yet.
Do
How
we wanna
far
help
would
this
you?
man?
You guys are still about 100 yards away from this dude, just fucking kind of yelling at him. So yeah.
100 yards, like a football field away.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking. That's why.
Oh, okay. Well, Bapef's gonna cautiously but attentively move towards this man. I'm gonna stop when I'm about, let's say, 15 yards away, and beckon him, sir, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a weapon. Just if you're gonna help, then help. If not, then leave. And he just continues to dig into the ground here.
You know what? I have a spare sword. I'm going to throw my short sword to him.
Oh boy.
Awesome. Cool. As you just throw your weapon at the ground, he stops and just kind of freezes and looks up at you, and he's... I can take this?
Yeah, I mean, I could sell it for like 2 silver, or I could give it to you. I think the better option is giving it to you, old man. But I would like some information.
I mean, yes, I'm here to answer, but I must avenge my daughter. I must go find her.
Okay, why don't you start at the beginning? Who is the daughter and where is she?
She was taken. Luciana, she was taken, and the beasts, they came at night. I must go find her.
I'm going to cast a sideways glance at our wizard and raise my eyebrows.
Do I feel any magic in the area?
Give me an Arcana check.
I'm gonna use
Not
lucky
any
on
more
that.
than you would.
Still in Barovia.
Yeah, still in Barovia. Might as well. Let's see. 14.
Yeah, you don't feel any magic in the air. He really just looks like a disheveled old man who seems quite frantic.
I'm gonna cantrip the message to Miles, be like, or Elzeiros, be like, is there something you want me to do? I'm still standing back a bit. You can respond with your mind.
Do you recognize the name?
Yeah, Lucia. Isn't that... Oh. Yes. Yes, I do.
Hold on. What do you recognize?
Lucia is Strahd's wife, or something.
Luciana.
Luciana, yes.
If that is another person's wife's name, it is purely coincidence. I know what you're talking about. One of the brides.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Purely
that's what I was
coincidence.
getting
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
I think it's off a letter to Elzeiros.
Well, in that case, when did this happen?
Not 3 nights ago. The
But you've been sitting here for 3
It was
nights?
full. No, I came here looking for it after my wife did. I've been looking for weapons.
Does someone else want to take over?
Hmm.
I'm confused.
Sir,
Look,
it just doesn't seem
my-
to add up.
My daughter was taken 3 nights ago. There was werewolves, beasts. What do you want me to say?
That's a start. We're starting to piece it together, and you've been looking for weapons, I'm assuming, to fight them back. Do you know where they
There
went?
was. I don't know.
How old is your daughter?
She's 9.
It's
You
most
didn't think to just
unfortunate.
sharpen a stick? You've been looking for weapons for 3 days?
For silver weapons, the things that can actually hurt werewolves. Yes.
Is there a particular reason that you thought you might find one under this tree?
Apparently, monster hunters left a trove here, at least a small bundle.
I take a glance over to Albert and point my finger at my hip to hint at his. He's still got it, right?
I do have the ring of find hidden stuff.
Perhaps we give it a shot.
The wand of find hidden.
There, yes. Well, maybe we can help you find the hoard or the stash. And I pull out the wand and I give it the flick of the wrist.
Awesome. So yeah, it begins to pulsate and points at the stone that's at the base of the tree.
Chalo, I'm not that strong, but I think it's under that rock right there.
Okay, let me go check. I walk over to the stone and try to lift it.
Give me a strength check.
Hey, I'm strong.
Yeah, you lift the stone, and
Nat 20.
beneath it is just ground.
Hmm?
You say it's just ground under the stone?
Yes.
You might have to dig a little bit under that,
We're
Chalo.
gonna have to dig here. All right, come on. Everybody help. I'm gonna start digging with my hands.
I take Mage Hand and start to assist with it.
I join in and assist.
I dig faster than everyone else with my giant dragon claws.
All right, everybody's digging. Before long, you come across like a leather, something wrapped in leather. It doesn't look too old, but it's definitely been there for quite a while.
Shall we give it to him?
I think
I'd
we
open it up and see what it is first.
ought to take a look at it first. Yeah. You know, it might be beneficial
Serious
to both
waste of time.
parties if we're the ones that have whatever he's looking for. If these werewolves are on the way, we're gonna have to dispatch them anyways.
Okay, that's a good point. Who's opening it?
Oh, screw it. I grab the leather pouch and open it.
Awesome. So as you open up this leather pouch, inside you see a short sword, which seems to be a normal short sword. There's also a piece of parchment that's been rolled up and has a seal that you're unfamiliar with. And the man gets up. He's like, "What did you find? What did you see? Did you find it?"
Depends what you mean by it, and I'm just gonna grab the parchment and seal and hand it over to the wizard.
I would like to investigate the parchment.
All right. How are you going to investigate this parchment?
I'm gonna look at it and look at the seal, and maybe try to remember if I know what this seal is.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, no history. What is that? 23.
Yeah, even as you investigate it, that the seal looks unfamiliar, quite unremarkable in that case. Just seems to be a seal pressed in with a red wax. The paper itself is again old, but not too old in that case.
Is it an abstract seal, or does it look like something?
It's pretty abstract. It's some kind of text. It looks like initials almost.
I will crack the seal and see what it says inside.
Awesome. So as you crack that seal and you start to roll it up, it looks like it is a map that seems to point towards some cave systems to the south of you.
I will do my best to take in as much of that map as I can, and I will put it in my sleeve.
What'd you find there, Albert?
The man is just looking expectantly at you as you can I have the sword at the very least?
Why? Do you want both swords? Is that what it is?
Just I would like the one that is obviously silvered, yes.
Against my better judgment, fine. And I hand him the sword.
Awesome. He takes the sword and he shoves it in his rough sewn belt. It looks mighty out of place. You can tell this man definitely isn't a warrior. Gentlemen, I thank you. They came 3 nights ago. The full moon appeared out of nowhere. I've just been frantic trying to find them, or some way to find them.
You said the full moon appeared out of nowhere? That's most unusual.
It is. I agree.
Have you ever seen anything like that happen before?
I mean, I've seen many things here in Barovia. I will say that is the first of a full moon appearing before my eyes.
DM, how close are we to the castle?
To the manor?
Or the manor? The holdfast?
You're still like a 2 miles away, I would say.
Where do you live, sir?
I'm a simple woodcutter. I live. My shack is 2-3 miles off, and he points to the north. So not too far.
So you live outside of Vallaki?
Yes.
Well, do you have any experience fighting monsters, sir?
Does it look like it? I'm a simple woodcutter, but this beast with one arm came rampaging out of the woods and killed my wife and stole my daughter.
With one arm, you say?
Why you say one arm? Why does that sound
Yes.
familiar?
So it was a wolf humanoid type thing?
I mean, it was a werewolf with one arm.
I kind of huddle back with the guys and just kind of whisper back to Albert here. Didn't we maybe take an arm off of a werewolf at some point, or am I imagining that?
When we first got here, we definitely had a run-in with some werewolves. Can't quite remember the state we left them all in, though. They did get
Wait.
away.
Wasn't it initially, like on our first night,
First or second,
Yeah.
I believe, yes.
didn't we decurse somebody?
A guy
Everybody-
who was missing an arm.
And who was
precisely.
missing an arm, we decursed him, and then he was missing. And then we got
That is
led in
correct.
Here.
Oh
Yeah.
god, is this our fucking fault? And I'm saying this quietly so the guy doesn't hear.
Oh, yeah, absolutely quietly, right here in front of them, definitely.
I turned back to the group. I hope it's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, that was certainly a waste of a decursive scroll.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, don't be wrong, werewolves are bad, but maybe it's not entirely his fault. I mean, we should still kill him now. We gave him a chance to redeem himself, but
Well, it was like he was kidnapped from us, so maybe he wasn't given the chance to redeem himself. Maybe he just got turned back. Or maybe the scroll didn't do what we think it was going to do. I don't know. I
Do
just...
we have a dragon order to go investigate?
We do, but that's not on a timeline. I don't know.
It would go against my better judgment to not help this man, but I do know that we have a lot to get to.
Unfortunately, we also don't know exactly where they went. Sir, do you have any inkling of where they ran away with your daughter?
I think to the south. There's rumors that there's a pack of werewolves that lives closer to the mountains to the south.
Well,
I mean,
it is
I
on the
could
way.
also. I'm going to talk to the group. I could also argue that saving Wallachia is more important than saving one woman.
Perhaps if we come back down this road in a day's time, we could help you.
I mean, if I am going to go look, I'm not asking for your help. If you wish to look as well, I will be going south.
Can we get a map real quick?
Nope.
I'm guessing we're.
You are here.
And then this right here's the manor.
Yes.
And he's
We are
saying
going in the same
mountains.
direction.
Yeah, we're headed in this general direction.
We could certainly keep an eye out, see if we see any wolfmen.
Well,
So these are both quite large rock mountains outcroppings.
Rock mountains.
The worst kind.
well,
Treacherous.
old man, what did you say your name was?
I'm Emil.
Hey, Emil. We're the Salty Goosenecks. I'm Chalo. How about this? How about we're going south as well. How about you walk with us until we get to where we're going, and have a conversation about this at least.
We're all headed in the same direction right now, anyways.
Yeah.
Are you going towards the manor?
We are.
I'm not heading
Indeed.
towards the manor.
Well, where are you going?
I'm going towards the mountains.
Into the
Isn't
forest.
the manor at the foot of the mountains?
Yes,
Into the
but
mist.
not into the mist. I live in these woods. Don't tell me where I'm at.
Well, maybe you
I
could tell us
do.
if there's a way we could get there quickly, since you live in these woods.
I mean, get to where quickly? I don't know exactly where they live. I just know the general direction. I must follow the old Salovich road past the river.
Past the river.
Yes. Do you have a map?
I can see the river. The river's way past the manor.
Do you have a map?
Ah, yes, I have a map. Here, look at my map.
fucking -1. Yeah. There you go. Good red dot. Yes, past the river. There. That's where they're rumored to be.
We're kind of headed that way. Not exactly, but you know,
That's miles past where we're going.
it's in the same direction, I guess.
We could accompany you at least down to the castle.
Yeah,
I'm
Bazzlo,
literally
perhaps
about to go the exact opposite way.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm directly challenged.
Wait, so I'm just a dumb barbarian, but can you explain to me, like I'm 5, how the manor is the opposite way of the river?
So, question, do you see a road that leads past the manor, or do you just see really large drop-offs that go down towards the river?
I see
Okay,
those
well,
every-
we're not helping this guy.
You have a nice day, sir. We hope you
Does have a
find your
point.
daughter.
Best of luck. Would you like a quick song before you head out on your travels, maybe for protection?
No, just eat a bag of dicks. Goodbye.
All right. I will save my bardic inspiration for someone else.
Oop,
Yeah.
that was most
Yeah,
unfortunate.
We're trying to help him out, but he just
I mean, he
Wow.
did lose his daughter, but I feel like he's totally fucked, to be honest.
Well, she's probably better off without him.
I mean, he
That's
puts
kinda
the
messed
N
up.
in NPC.
Well,
We're all about to get
I mean,
smited.
you do understand why he's not going to go down south over the cliff edges down to the other road, right? Like,
Oh yeah, we're just
you
being
understand.
dicks.
now that I see the
Okay,
drop
so
off,
so you
what
guys
is
aren't
that-
completely retarded. Okay, thank you.
Well, you said he
Wouldn't
was going
wouldn't
south.
all of this
So you're
be-
saying he's going north and then going back down to that road and then trying to cross the river
I
and
was thinking we
then
were gonna come
climbing
down
up
here.
the mountain.
Oh,
Correct. Going down the road, not through the Death Woods. Back to
you did
where,
say
yeah.
that. You did say he was going into the woods.
I said he was living in the woods. He's a woodcutter off the path.
Well, he's got a long way to go.
Yeah, he's fucked.
We're
gotta
definitely
say
not
it.
headed in that direction.
I wish the best for
Yeah.
his daughter.
I don't
We've,
think we'd even have enough. Well, I don't know how long it would take us to travel.
It would-
but we'd be
yeah.
short on time,
Mhm.
even if we skipped
Unless
the
we
manor.
did cut through the swamp, which is equally as perilous.
I hope maybe he doesn't hear any of this.
Well, we've armed him as best as we could, and it is up to him to take the right path on his next crossroads.
He is better now than he was before we met him, so...
We
You've
did
heard
a
the
good
paladin.
thing. We did a very good thing if you think about it.
I got dirt all over my fingers.
Gave
I
him a
think,
false sense of
we helped
confidence and a weapon.
On this episode, the group practices cognitive dissonance.
So what you guys gonna do?
I'd just like to briefly look around and see if I can see a general direction that the wolf tracks headed out to, and why they're so concentrated in this area under this tree. I'm trying to make
Mhm.
sense
Do an
of the wolf
investigation
tracks.
check.
And while he does that, Bapef wants to look up into the trees.
Actually, you didn't know there were footprints. Only Miles did, but we'll give it to you anyways. You start to look around the area. You just notice that there's random animal tracks throughout this area. It looks like it's heavily pathed.
The werewolves have figured out roads, boys.
Perhaps they were just feeding off of the corpses that were hanging from this tree.
Well, possible it's
Sounds plausible.
Well, I also smelled blood in the air when I noticed the tracks. And perhaps they were, but I feel like something different happened here.
It seems strange that he's so worried about his daughter, but he would come check in this bloody, foul area to find this weapon. He must really be willing to risk it all.
That adventurers would stow things here. It's all
How
very
heavy is the
strange.
mist around us?
I mean, it's misty. It's not the most misty it's been, but it's thick fog. Remember, Barovia is just typically always covered in a thick mist.
Does anything about the tree seem out of line?
Yeah, Bapef wanted to look at the tree.
Is this like an oddly large tree? Does it look like, I don't know, old or ancient or?
Yeah, I mean, it's a large, gnarled oak that just has nooses hanging from it in that case. Actually, Bapef, go ahead and give me investigation check.
You mean an oak as in an acorn-bearing tree?
We're about to be rich lads.
Yeah, use your druid stuff. Talk to the tree or something.
You said investigation, right?
I did say investigation. If as you take a look around at the tree itself and the nooses, you just see a tree with nooses and also the rock that had something carved in it.
Well, Albert, while I can talk to some trees, they have to be quite unique to be able to talk to you, or at least talk back.
Oh, speaking of which, there is this map I found, and I show the map to the group. It appears to be a cave system or something south of us.
Maybe we should have given him that map.
Does it denote the area that he was headed towards?
I don't know. Well, I thought he was taking the long way around. Why would he need a map of caves?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's gonna be a...
He's not going to make it till morning. I feel like we should at least give him the map. What could we use it for? Maybe to find a dead body later?
Yeah. He didn't say he was going through caves. I don't know why he'd need a map of caves.
That's true, but there might be caves in the mountains. Well, I guess we'll never know.
Our map now.
That being said, gentlemen...
No werewolves, Roger.
Well, if he is headed down that way, it's very far away.
Yeah.
And we have to get places, and we only have a day and a half.
We gotta meet our monster hunter friend and then everything. We gotta get going.
All right, let's get to this castle. I try to beckon the group to come back to the road and continue moving if they are willing.
Bapef tosses an acorn at the base of the tree and follows Bazzlo.
You're out of acorns, officially. I don't want to hear about any more fucking acorns.
How is Bapef out of
I
acorns?
can't be out of acorns.
You're out of acorns, officially.
You're going to have to find some more. It's fine, Ben.
Well, I mean, I was going to immediately say we are at the base of an oak tree.
Acornless, 0 acorns. No acorns as far as the eye can see.
Strahd or Barovia is void of acorns.
Yeah, just fuck it with you. Perfect. So we are back on the road then. Yes.
Back on the road. I put my hand on Bapef's shoulder as we walk, and I just try to scout with Silver a little bit.
Cool. As you start to scout with Silver, give me a perception check.
Ooh, almost a nat 20, but a 5.
Yeah, so as Silver gets up above the mist, they can't really see anything. Closer to the road, it seems like the thick fog is impenetrable by your creature's eyes. Fuck, words are tough right now.
I call Silver back and just keep walking.
Anybody else want to do anything while we walk?
I want to fuck with Chalo a little bit. I'm going to use message, and I don't think I've used it with him before. And I'm just going to say, Chalo, it's me, your spear.
You sound different.
I've got a cold. You used my power. I had to brand you, and now I've got a terrible cold. What's in your blood?
What's in my what?
Your blood.
Roll a deception check, please, Zach.
Please give me advantage.
Please pass.
No.
Oh, God damn it.
Chalo, as you begin to hear this voice permeate into your head, you start to realize that the way it speaks seems strikingly familiar as one of your companions.
Well, you did tell me to drink the blood of all my enemies and friendlies as well. So it must be the concoction of blood running through my veins now. Don't worry, everything's going according to plan.
Plan.
What?
I'm so sick. I don't remember. What was the plan we discussed?
to kill the wizard.
Do I realize he's fucking with me and he's figured it out, or no?
I mean, I don't know how something with 8 intelligence did that, but I'm gonna let it happen. So,
Yes. You should kill him now. We can't wait any longer.
I'm going
Geo,
to.
you sound really. Am I the only one?
Choppy, like.
Yeah.
It's probably my internet. I'm gonna step right next to Albert, and I'm just gonna put my leg in front of him and try to trip him.
Roll for hit.
Roll for hit.
Yeah. Roll for trip, bro. Okay. Well, Albert, you see this barbarian fiddle fuck around with his spear, and he tries to trip you. What do you do?
I slap him in the back of the head, and I'm like, I'm just fucking with you. No reason to get serious. Gosh.
I was fucking with you.
Wizards don't trip well. I'm a very frail individual.
Well, I guess you'll never know what the secret plan is.
I guess I'll never know.
Bapef's gonna walk up over hearing this. Hey, Chalo. We were talking the other night about letting us know if anything was going on, right?
Yeah, and I will.
All right.
In due time.
Everything's still cool, right?
For now.
Oh, okay. I pat him on the back.
All right, cool. So as you all can continue down the path, you come to a break in the trees here. High above the river valley juts a quiet promontory upon which looms a sepulchral mansion. Its turrets capped with fairy tale cones, its towers lined with sculpted battlements. A third of the structure is collapsed as a part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark octagonal tower rises above the surrounding architecture. Out of the fog comes a distant peal of thunder, quickly accompanied by the howling of wolves in the woods below. But the house stands silent, seeming like a fossilized remains of some long dead thing smoke upon the mountainside. You guys again come over through the clearing here in the woods, and you just see a cliff that drops straight down into the river valley below.
Well, I believe this is the place, gentlemen.
Yeah, and as you come up closer and continue to walk, perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot cube of granite, a moss-covered statue of a dragon. Its wings tucked closely to its body. The statue looks east towards the mansion.
Have we walked past a place that seems familiar to what we saw in the book? Because we were pressing towards the castle.
me history check. Actually, who was up there at the top? Was it Geo?
It was four of us.
Yeah.
I was up there. That's a 26.
Yeah, who else was up there? It was Geo, Miles,
I was
you.
up there.
Who else?
Bapef? Was it Bapef? No.
It was Danny.
It's
I think.
Danny.
I think I was Muru.
Me and Ben went on
Up
the
where?
side quest.
Yep.
When we were in the dream, you and I initially fought the one group of people, and then we went to go help them on the hill,
Yeah.
charging towards the castle.
I think that's right.
But,
Yep.
yeah, so with that history check, the sights and sounds seem familiar to you as you look around. You recognize the giant towers now crumbled compared to what you recall here. The courtyard seems quite familiar in this case.
Gentlemen, I do believe four of us have been here before. At least been in some remembrance of this thing.
Hmm.
I certainly don't remember it.
You think that dragon has anything to do with one of those tarot cards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the reason we came down here, because it was one of the cards. But
You've got
we
those
saw it
written
in
down,
Strahd's
Albert.
dream.
What exactly does the tarot card for the dragon say again?
Second card.
I'm trying to find it on my phone, but to no luck.
A battle-hardened woman in a decorated plate armor holding a fine weapon. The treasure lies in a dragon's house and hands once clean and now corrupt.
Yep. A symbol. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope.
Well, Muru, do you sense any holy energy?
Trying to tune myself with the area, and guess I'll cast Detect Good and Evil.
Awesome. Is there a role for that, or is it just you just feel good or evil? Correct.
For the duration, I can sense the location of any aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet, and I can sense whether the ground I'm on is hallow.
Yeah, so you don't feel hallowed ground. You don't sense anything within 30 feet.
Okay. Well, I don't sense anything in this immediate vicinity, but if we progress forward for the duration of this effect, I'll let you know the second I sense something, so I feel we should press on.
All right, that's a good idea. Hopefully, if there's anything that wishes us ill will in here, we'll know of it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Do I know anything about the Order of the Silver Dragon, like outside of Barovia?
Give me a history check.
That one,
At
I'm
advantage.
fucking rolling trash. Oh shit.
Plus
At
7.
advantage. 24.
24. Yeah. So you recall vague bits about an order that used to be a knightly order that used to be stationed here within the Barovia before Strahd came to the land. That's about it, though.
And I'm assuming their alignment was like good because they're a knightly order.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
Actually,
So you guys are in this courtyard, this giant dragon statue.
I was gonna say, how close are we to that thing?
I mean, you're right next to that dragon statue.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to take a gander at this thing. Specifically, its head.
I would like to walk around it, just continuously trying to pick up anything.
Cool. Give me a perception check from you, Danny, and an investigation check from you, Ben.
Muurujin, is this your grandfather or great grandfather?
This is a silver dragon, you swine. I am of the white variety.
Yeah, couldn't you tell?
And you guys thought other races were racist.
And Ben,
From the
as you
sounds of
take
it, he thinks that white dragons are superior.
Ben, as you take a look around, this dragon, it's just a giant statue that's crumbled quite a bit.
And you said earlier it points just in the direction of the building?
Yeah, it's just pointing directly towards the door itself. It's a 10-foot tall, but it's perched upon that granite block, making it look much taller.
Well, gentlemen, if I know anything about orders like this hiding treasures, the giant statue pointing towards the door might be our first clue.
Well,
You guys discuss.
get
I'm gonna
to
use
it.
the pisser.
It is a little odd that the statue isn't facing outward, that it's actually facing inward.
Yeah, right.
Thing.
Every time I've come up on a castle, the statues are facing away, not into it, huh?
Perhaps it's more of a religion thing where they're not trying to impress those outside. It's more for them to look at as guidance when they leave the castle.
That's true.
Albert, did you deduce anything about this order outside of Barovia, or is it just from here?
I just remember I couldn't get much, even though I had fantastic history. But it's just basically a knightly order is all that I remember. I haven't read too much about it.
Well, I guess as long as Muurujin's got his wits about him, we shouldn't be surprised, hopefully.
Yeah. If we glance to the card again, what you seek lies. No. Treasure lies in a dragon's house, in hands once clean, now corrupted. I am able to use the wand one more time. Now thinking about it, using it on that man was maybe not the best idea. But, nevertheless.
Perhaps we should wait until we have at least a little bit more clue. Perhaps when we head inside.
Yeah, I wouldn't use it right now. DM, how big is this house? Or is this stronghold now that we're here?
Yeah,
Is it
it's 3 stories high. It's quite a large stronghold here. It's just half of it's crumbled away.
3 stories high, and we can probably assume there's at least one lower level.
Well,
Any quarrels with the diver? What time is it?
It's evening time now. We'll say it's like afternoon.
Do you guys want to get right into it?
Yeah, at very least we should secure the area so we can rest here, potentially.
Let's check it out.
Are you guys going inside? Are you going to go around the castle? Like, what's the thought here?
I say we just go right in. Is that crazy? What do you think?
It's
Might
efficient.
be crazier than the worst of our ideas.
Yeah, I don't know. We have 2 options, right? Check the perimeters or go in.
Perhaps I'll take a glance at the ruined side of the building, see if there's perhaps another way in there. Bapef's gonna walk towards the side of the building that's collapsed and decayed.
Awesome. So as you begin to make your way around this great stone manor here, you reach one of um, the circular towers that have been crumbled away. As you trace your hand across of it, you come around what seem to be wooden shambles here. Um, there's lies like blackened beams of wood of a wooden stable burned to its foundation. Looming above the wreckage is a partially collapsed south end of the mansion. All three of the floors are exposed to the elements. So as you look up, you can see into the manor. Not all the way in, but again, it's open on one side.
I speak above my normal tone over to the party that's probably, a little ways away from me now. Seems to be there's a clear way in from this side as well as a way out in case anything happens.
Well, maybe if there's any traps waiting, that might be the best way to enter.
It also looks a little dilapidated.
Could also be dangerous. Do you fellas want to enter the front, or maybe go E Bapef's way? Oh.
I'd just as soon enter the front, but I'm all ears for any suggestions and reasoning why.
I'd like to at least peer in and see if I see anything that catches my eye from what I can see.
Yeah. So as you take a look into the building from the first floor, rubble is strewn across much of the large chamber that you can see into there. It's caused by a partial collapse from above. The floor is just this pink marble. There's fallen chandeliers and broken chairs, and there's other furnishings. You also seem to see some thick webs strewn across one of the corners there.
Are these webs of the cob variety, or do they look more sinister?
Give me a nature check. In this area, we're going to do some theater of the mind, by the way, unless we get into something, okay? So as you take a look there, let's just go ahead and switch over this. As you kind of take a look inside, you notice that these are actual spider webs. They're quite large.
I start walking back towards the group, and I relay to them, seems like there might be some eight-legged friends in there. Best keep our eyes out.
Oh. You just see Albert kind of shiver.
I hate spiders.
Well,
But that couldn't be the worst of the things we could find in there.
Fire usually does pretty good against spiders.
Fortunately, this place, or fortunately, depending on how you think about it, is made out of stone, mostly.
I could still perhaps shoot a firebolt at the webs and maybe draw them out here into the open instead of fighting them in their lair. Assuming the spiders are still here.
You know what? That might not be a bad idea. Perhaps we could trigger a collapse of some sort if we need
At the
to.
very minimum, just clear the way.
Depending on what it's connected to, we may burn clues or evidence.
There were quite a few beams in there from a previous fire, it seems.
That was the stable.
Oh, that was from the stable. No beams. Yeah, up to you guys, though. If we want to head in the other side, it does look a little perilous. Not very structurally sound over there.
Elzeiros, you've had more experience killing monsters, perhaps, than the rest of us. What are your thoughts on this matter?
Zack, you're really quiet.
I'm sorry, I was sitting back. Elzeiros, you're perhaps more experienced with killing monsters than the rest of us. what would you recommend?
Well, there are two basic strategies. Either spend your time as a good hunter and learn everything you can about your monster, and then hunt it down and kill it professionally. Or charge in and hope for the best. I'll leave it up to you to decide which one is better for us.
Well, when you put it that way,
I say we head on in.
yeah, I say we at least peer in the front door here.
Yeah, so the flagstone steps flanked by stone railings climb into a landing on the front, in front of a pair of tall wooden doors with rusted iron bands and knockers shaped like small dragons. Carved into the lintel above the entrance is the word Angersholt, or Argynvost, however the fuck you pronounce that.
Are there doors on this thing? Or
A pair of tall wooden doors.
I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
It appears to say Argynvost, lads. If I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Does anybody recognize that language?
It's
I
common.
probably do, because I speak Draconic.
It's in common.
Isn't a word that I'm familiar with.
Well, this is where we have to go to follow our tarot card destiny. So,
All right, let's just get to it.
big boys up front.
Chalo, looks
Yeah,
like we
yeah,
might
yeah.
have some work for you.
Yeah.
And if
I'm
we're
gonna
going
walk
in
up to
loud
the
and-
door and I'm gonna try to pull, then push.
Awesome. So as you walk up to the door here, you hear the creak of stone from behind you, and the dragon's mouth begins to drop, and you just feel this cold breeze push over you.
What was that?
Without moving, I'm gonna turn my head back to the dragon.
Yeah, it just exhaled cold air at you. Its jaw open, but nothing else happens. Harmless.
Well,
Muru, still feeling everything's pretty normal?
Yeah, nothing is sounding any alarms.
I think that was supposed to be a trap.
Maybe just a bad omen.
And we got very, very, very lucky.
That being said,
luckily it's
Chalo, looks like you're most suited to take point, right?
I guess so.
I'm gonna walk up and stand next to Chalo and cast light on my hefted Yesterhill axe that I'm holding in my hand.
And I follow.
So are you all walking into the front door here?
I want to take a couple steps in, not just like
So
walk
you-
right in.
I mean, you creak these large wooden doors open. You push them open. As you step in, this room feels like a king's tomb. A grand staircase leads up to stone balconies, held aloft by stone pillars and arches. A tall, faded tapestry depicting a nobleman in silver armor hangs from an iron rod above the staircase landing. 6 sets of double doors lead from this foyer. Along the walls, displayed on marble pedestals, are 3 alabaster busts of handsome men. A 4th bust and its pedestal have been knocked over, and their shattered remains lie strewn across the mosaic floor. 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hang from the ceiling like monstrous black spiders.
Do I recognize any of the statues or the picture to be perhaps the man we were fighting, or anybody we were fighting in the book?
Give me a history check.
Advantage or no?
Oh, yeah.
Uh, 22.
Yeah, so one of them looks familiar. The rest of them you can't quite tell, but the one that does look familiar does remind you of one of the faces you saw in the flashback.
Is that the statue or the painting?
The statue or the painting.
Chaps, do any of you, that guy looks familiar. He looks like he was in the book.
The only person that I got a good look at was a couple of the knights.
Edredin.
Edredin, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the one guy we were fighting on the mountaintop. Elzeiros, you were there. Chalo, I think you killed this man. Or one of us killed this man.
Does any of you remember?
I don't remember. I remember who did it, but how could I forget the man that almost brought me down to my knees? Assuming it's that.
So, what side did we walk in from? Did we walk in from the east or the west?
The east, or the west, excuse me, from the west side.
So we walked in from the west.
The dragon was facing east.
Dragon's facing east. Okay.
Where the
so
door-
we walked in from the west, which means the south, where E Bapef saw spider webs, is to our right.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 doors along that wall. So there's 2 doors along the southern wall, and then closer to where the staircase goes up, there's a little cubby with another door that leads into another room. So at the very left east side.
I want to take a closer look at this tapestry you were describing. What did you say was on the tapestry?
Yeah. So, a depiction of a nobleman in silver armor hangs from an iron rod above the staircase.
I thought you said noble woman. I was like,
I'd like to glance down at the ground real quick, and I'm assuming if this old place has been here a while, there should be a bunch of dust on the ground. Do I see any like disturbances or like people have recently or creatures have recently been here?
Give me an investigation check.
24.
Yeah, so as you take a look around here, everything seems to be pretty still in this room specifically. But I mean, it's quite ruined and just covered in dust and dirt and shambles.
No webs anywhere?
Not in this room.
It seems this area, the manor, has perhaps been pretty isolated from other activities. Do we wish to go north here or south towards the potential arachnids?
unfortunately,
Thinking away from the spiders.
Yeah, unfortunately, if the statue tells me anything, is that's probably the direction we need to go. However, if we're going to plan on staying here tonight, we need to start clearing rooms.
Well, and as stated, this room doesn't look like it's been interfered with yet. This may be our best bet to sleep in if we're not to open up any more shit.
You know, there's another benefit in that this is the guy who fought Strahd. We might find something to use against Strahd while we are here.
I think that's our entire purpose of being here, yes. They said we should find something to help us.
Let's start by opening this northern door.
Good to me.
Awesome. Are you going to
Chalo.
do the northern door closest to you or the one farther down? Because there's same layout, right? On the northern side, there's 2 doors. There's a little cubby that leads into a back room behind the stairs.
We'll do closest.
So
Yeah,
the
it's too
most
close.
northwestern door.
Northwest door, yeah.
Awesome. So as you all begin to walk through the foyer towards this door, a great shadow with wings just begins to move across through the windows and the doors and then disappears. You hear this low, bestial, like hiss seeming to come from the darkness.
This place has given me the creeps.
Oh,
Did that look like what I thought it looked like?
Hopefully it's just a youngling.
There's only one beast I know that casts shadows like that.
With wings, yeah.
Are you
But-
saying this might not be a real dragon, but a ghost of a dragon?
I don't know. We have Muru with us, so we should be safe.
What are they fucking called?
Yeah, he's big and strong.
A wyvern? Or the
Aye,
other
wyvern.
things?
Wyvern.
How many people actually know about like lore, dragon lore in D&D?
Our characters
not
or
said
us?
it.
Yeah, you guys, like personally.
I don't know.
I know the
I know.
colors.
I know.
Different
I-
colors.
I know chromatic
I
are
know.
supposed to be evil, and
Yeah.
not chromatic are supposed to be good.
No, colors denote their alignment, so like each different color is tied to a different alignment.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I know who.
Wait, no, chromatics are the good ones.
White dragons
white
are typically evil.
Yeah, white are evil, and I know something's coming to me.
I'm gonna mix
Keep
WoW
it-
lore and D&D lore if I think too hard.
I know who Tiamat is. but I don't
Tiamat?
think- Tiamat, yeah.
Tiamat. One of the most like fanciful dragons. Fuck, man, that's funny. Tiamat.
White dragons like to stay by themselves. They're a cold type. They fucking usually roost in mountains, which we are next to a set of fucking mountains. So it would make sense we could possibly be within a white dragon's domain.
It was very
That's
white.
lovely.
Okay, so are we going to open the door on the northwestern side?
I have to
where
get cover.
where was what direction? From where we are was the shadow in?
I mean, the
was it-
shadow just went
Moved
from
across the windows.
The window's on the south wall and then pressed itself north, I'm assuming.
Can we tell? Can I tell by looking at that shadow like how large it appears? Any sort of size bearing on it, I guess, from the shadow.
We talking like a crow or
Like a little shadow,
Give
or
me
like
a
blotted out the
perception
sun.
check.
Okay. Perceptive.
Yeah. So as you begin to think through this, the shadow itself seemed more ethereal, not as if it was something physical as it moved through the foyer here.
Did it ding Muru's spidey senses at all?
Nope.
Yeah, the DM didn't send me nothing, so as far as I can tell,
what's a DM, Muru?
I'm not sure. As I also notice, I am having less and less ideas than previously. Some words are just popping into my head.
Hey, you really are from another world, aren't you? Divine indeed. Well, I think we're fighting a ghost, lads, because that seemed like spectral.
Well, we were told this place was haunted, right?
Aye. Well, are we heading in? Are you ready, Chalo?
All right. Keep your eyes peeled. I want to open the door.
Cool. As you open the door, bits of dust and cobweb begin to fall. And you push the door open, and it slides quite cleanly, actually. The wood-paneled den has been ransacked. Its furnishings tossed about. A cold, dark hearth dominates the western wall between two narrow windows. Standing upright against the northern wall is a sarcophagus made of black wood with a queen's effigy carved into its lid.
That looks dangerous.
Looks very dangerous.
Hmm.
Kill it with fire.
From our experience, I don't know if maybe messing with it too much, but I do think we should try to see what maybe that says on the sarcophagus.
It might have
Bingo.
something to do with our tarot card, being that it's of a queen.
Maybe, do you think you could read it?
I'll give it a shot, and I will go ahead and walk over to the sarcophagus.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a carving of like an effigy. It's not really
Oh.
anything to read.
Oh.
Okay.
Man, you guys don't listen too well sometimes.
I don't know
Sorry.
big words like effigy.
Yeah, I'm a barb. I don't know what effigy means.
See, Geo can actually play into this.
Yeah, Albert's just pretended to be smart. You gotta remember, I'm running this shit.
But yeah, as you approach the coffin or the sarcophagus here, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Everyone.
Just Danny.
As long as Muru's not stirring with his fucking buzz.
Yeah, as you start to look this over, you begin to paw at the side of the sarcophagus and lift it open. Your heart starts pounding as you pull this sarcophagus open, only to reveal that it's been made to be a wine cellar. It's essentially just a wine cabinet made out of a sarcophagus. There's
thank
old
God.
broken bottles. There's some shattered wine glasses laying across the ground as well too.
Odd choice to make a wine cellar.
Crafty. Quite crafty.
That being said, well, I don't know. Can I see inside the sarcophagus, or is it just Muru?
I mean, if you guys are inside of the room here, you see the sarcophagus. It's really just a wine cabinet with a fancy lid. You do see the fireplace to the south, and again, there's just like broken chairs and ottomans and like smashed lamps in this room.
I want to take a look and see if there's any intact wine bottles.
Yeah, as you take a look around, it's just everything's been broken and shattered or empty.
Well, I will say, if we do decide to stay here tonight, there seems to be a hearth and plenty of firewood in this room.
Yeah, this seems the safest.
And we can bar the door with some of the stuff laying around as well, just in case.
Well,
One room down.
I'd like to look around the room and kind of just start sorting through the rubble to see if there's anything of value or interest.
Yeah, so as you start rummaging through the room here, there's just junk and dirt. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, though.
Lem.
Awesome. So as you begin to like rummage around, you come over to the fireplace here. As you begin to kind of inspect it, in that case, a fiery head erupts from the hearth here, and it assumes this draconic form. It hisses and crackles and unfurls a smoky wings here. And I'm gonna need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit.
20.
20. So,
Is it
as
everyone
you
or
this fire unfurls and comes at you. Let's see here. You are going to take half of 15 damage with your saving throw.
Done.
Awesome. So, and as you take this damage, the dragon itself, that was an apparition of this in this fireplace, begins to hiss at you. My knights have fallen into darkness. Save them if you can. Show them the light they have lost. And it burns out, leaving nothing but smoke.
Did you guys see that?
Sure
Yep.
did. You're right there, Albert. That looked a little unpleasant.
My robe is singed a bit. That's odd.
Speaking of knights, maybe these are the ones you lads saw at the top of the hill that we need to restore some sort of light to.
Might
Wonder
have
who he
something
speaks
to
of.
do with the haunting of this place.
I believe we'll run into these knights sooner or later.
Did that feel like a glyph of something that was placed? Did it feel arcane or did it feel more like religious?
Rappy?
It's definitely like arcane.
Okay. Well, I don't
Perhaps
know
we,
why
take-
it would burn me before it asked for my help. That's a bit odd.
Might just be its nature being, it looked a lot like a dragon.
It did.
But perhaps we take turns in the future as to not inflict yourself with too much.
Well, to be honest, lads, anything that we've tried to help has hurt us in one way or another, so seems to be pretty on par.
Or we could just stick Chalo on it, you know, he seems pretty up for the task.
Throw me wherever.
Well, let's have
Guess-
Chalo maybe open the next door if you lads are into it.
Well, I've
Give me one
looked at
second.
this room. I really haven't found much. It just seems to be junk and potential furniture to burn for a fire tonight.
Yeah,
Well, if anyone gets lost.
Side, the northwestern wall, there is a door that leads into another room, though.
Hey, wizard. Speaking of sleeping for tonight, can you place some kind of magical barrier around us to maybe protect us from some magic here?
I have a spell called Alarm, which I could place that would alert us if something moved through it.
I'm less concerned with the living than I am with what else may be here.
If the DM would let me learn a spell, I do have one available, but no, as of now, I do not have anything prepared.
Hey, when in doubt, you know what I always say. I break that into a little bit of song. Tiny hut, tiny hut.
Do you have the spell slots for Tiny Hut?
I do indeed.
Oh, well, then our mystical, magical, tone-deaf bard seems to have something that might work for us.
I don't know how much it will protect us, but it should shield us from anything on the exterior of it as long as I can hold the spell, so should we get separated or need to come back here later on, I can, we'll just need a little bit of time to place it.
Yeah, I think resting in a magic shield would definitely be a good idea.
How does
I
Tiny
don't
Hut
know if
work
it is a
specifically?
shield.
Yeah,
9
like,
creatures
nothing
of
can
medium
come in.
size. Yeah, or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. So when we're in the dome, when you cast a spell, you can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
So potentially, we'd be safe, but potentially
Stuck.
would exit, yeah.
Yeah, anything could happen on the outside of it for sure.
Yeah, you're putting yourself in a bomb shelter.
Yeah. Usually for outdoors.
I was gonna say, I don't know, like,
Spells and other magical effects cannot extend through the dome or be cast through it.
how
All
big
other
is the dome
creatures and
supposed
objects are barred from passing through it.
Oh, it's opaque from the outside or any color you choose. But it is transparent from the inside.
So
So
we
you
can
see
see out, but it's, dimmed looking in. So potentially you could get yourself surrounded in this dome and get screwed.
Yeah.
But we would know it was happening.
We would know it was
We
happening.
could sleep for 8 hours is the point, regardless of what's
Yes.
outside.
Yeah, we could
And
see.
you can fill it in the frame of the room and just make it pitch black. So if anything were to look in, it would just see darkness.
Yeah, you could do that. And I could also put an alarm on the 2 doors that would let us know if anything was coming through.
Speaking of doors, how about we take a look at that other one attached to this room?
Door number 2.
I'm gonna walk up towards the door with Chalo, just trying to detect if there's anything on the side of the door with my detect good and evil.
Yeah, you feel nothing.
Okay.
Open this door.
Awesome. As soon as you open the door, again, dust and neglect fill your senses in this case. Tattered velvet drapes cover tall, slender windows that encircle this parlor. The furnishings are covered with dust and cobwebs and lie in disarray. A damaged brass chandelier hangs from the ceiling, which is covered with a faded mural that depicts metallic dragons and colorful birds flying beneath the white clouds.
Metallic.
And to your right, as you open this door, you do see that there is another, a door to your right, just directly to your right as you walk into the circular room, the circular parlor.
Does it seem cohesive with the door on the outside, like it would be in that position that we saw from the main hall?
On the outside, no, you would have no notion of like what's on the other side of this or anything, if that makes sense. Like
Okay.
you guys only went towards the right side of the manor. You didn't go to the top side of the manor. So, does that answer that question for you? I want to make sure.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a room adjacent to another door that was outside, but you're saying that doesn't seem to be the case.
No.
Okay. I'm trying to draw a map on my piece of paper here.
You're good. How are we liking Theater of the Mind so far? Is it okay?
I'm about 2 doors away from being completely lost.
Yeah, it's yeah. It's not bad. I like it, but my map drawing needs work.
I'll show you what the map looks like afterwards once you
Okay.
explore a whole floor.
That would be interesting to see if it matches up to what I have in my head. The silver dragons. I lean over to Muru. That's more your color, right?
No, I am of the white dragon
Oh, okay.
lineage.
The bad guys.
Yes.
But yet a paladin.
Mixed
Paladin
messages.
was if you remember, or maybe you may not remember, Cello, but Paladin was not my birthright, as which was, as you all saw, stripped away from me.
He's more of a assigned champion.
Yes, I met my fate, and it turns out I had a larger role to play.
Good with this room.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
this
you
one.
guys are standing in this broken parlor here. There's the door which you came, that leads back out to the fireplace, and there's a door that leads to another area.
Well, I'd like to
No
look
Wayman?
around and see if there's anything interesting. Knickknacks, shit lying around, preferably books.
Yeah, there's no books or anything here, just faded murals, some ruined grandeur of what this place used to be, but nothing, nothing too or nothing material to take with you.
Can we make any, or Bapef would like to try to make out what the murals are depicting, or are they very faded?
So the one in the parlor, you can see it. It's a faded mural that depicts metallic dragons and colorful birds flying beneath white clouds.
Nothing else, though.
No.
Oh, shall we, gentlemen, on to the next one?
Oh, I opened the door.
Cool. Yeah. So as you open the door here, There's two sets of stairs directly in front of you. One leads down to what seems to be a wrought iron gate that leads to the outside, and the other set of stairs goes across the way to what you can assume is another circular tower room here. The tatter or it's just an iron gate. You're somewhat outside, not all the way outside. And there's a locked iron gate at this 10-foot archway at the bottom of each set of stairs.
Locked as in barred, or
Yeah, there's a chain padlock on this thing that just leads to the outside.
I was gonna say if it was barred, I was gonna unbar it. Well, gentlemen, this is appears to be one edge of the building.
Where should we go next?
I don't know that going outside would do us much good. We could perhaps explore the tower.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The tower.
Let's check it up.
Yes, Albert and I found many books in these towers. He's quite obsessed with them.
You don't say.
Knowledge is power.
Awesome. So you guys are going to walk down the stairs, up the other set of stairs, and into the essentially adjacent room. Again, you can see that it's another one of these circular rooms. As you creak open the door here, tattered brown drapes cover the windows of the circular room, and heavy curtain hangs across the archway to the south. Strewn about the floor is wreckage of half a dozen beds and other pieces of furniture. To your south, as you walk into this room, you see again, you can peer behind the curtain. There seems to be a kitchen in there and some flip tables.
It would seem that we've stumbled upon the kitchen, fellow. Perhaps these were the servants' quarters.
Perhaps. Bapef's stomach makes an audible growl. Unfortunately, I don't think there's probably going to be anything edible in here.
Yeah, you haven't made it all the way into the kitchen yet. You can just kind of see through the curtain, the draw curtains.
Well, actually,
Hello, can you open up those curtains for us?
Who?
Oh, me? Yeah, we'll go ahead and walk forward and push my way through the curtains.
Awesome. So as you begin to push your way through the curtains here, I'm going to go ahead and need you to roll for initiative.
I remember I didn't say you. I said who. I guess.
I said Geo.
I said who, and it sounded like I said Muurujin.
Yeah, no worries.
Whoops.
Is that just everybody or just Muurujin?
Yeah. So as Muru opens the curtain here, a bat flies out and it startles all of you in this case. The kitchen has been plundered, its tables overturned, the floor is littered with rusted utensils and smashed crockery. Narrow windows flanking a hearth look over a cemetery. An open iron pot hangs from a hook inside the blackened fireplace. It rattles on its hook and bobs up and down as if something were inside of it, and that's where the bat came from.
So are we rolling initiative or no?
No,
it's
there's
just
no
for the
initiative.
bat. That was clever. I like that. We were all like, what?
A little bit of jump scares.
As that bat flew by me, it didn't trigger my detect evil and good, did it?
It's just a bat, baby.
Chill.
I got you, bro. Don't worry. There's two of you that can sense things. I'm not going to tell you who the other one is, but yeah.
That's fine.
It's me.
No, it's not.
Definitely me. It's definitely the bard.
Chalo, this is your spear speaking. Kill the wizard now.
All right. I guess as I press further into the kitchen, I'm just trying to look around and take it all in, see if there's anything out of place or anything that looks like it could be useful or lead to somewhere interesting.
Yeah, I mean, as you look out the window here, you see a graveyard in the backyard, and what seems to be a chapel as well out in the backyard. Right? Yeah.
Chad, come to the window in here and take a look.
Oh, I
There
lied.
is,
That's not a chapel. Excuse me. A mausoleum out in the backyard. It looks to be standing tall next to these gravestones.
What's that, Muru? You said there's a clue?
Unsure if it's a clue, but it is. There's more to this manor than it seems. The grounds that we chose to not explore have more than just this structure on it.
Albert, do you
Yeah.
think that voice that spoke to you might have been referring to something going on over in the graveyard?
What's up, boss?
Where would dead knights be?
That apparition, yeah, that came out of the fireplace, it was referring to saving them, right? I have a sneaking
Yes.
suspicion that might have something to do with the graveyard.
Maybe. It said their knights had been corrupted and that we should save them if we could. I don't know if the knights roam these halls or if their restless souls wander the mausoleum.
It could have been anyone from that army, from our visions, that may have joined Strahd. Could be on a larger scale.
As we know, Strahd overthrew this. I doubt it was pretty. And there were probably
Yeah.
many men killed within these walls.
So we could check out the graveyard, but knowing our luck, might come to a fight of some sort, if anything's stirring.
Yeah.
Well, if there are restless souls, they perhaps they may be difficult to deal with.
Well, if we do come across them, we have a place to set them to rest.
Danny, as you look out there, you see this tarnished, silver-plated gargoyles shaped like dragon wormlings cling to the stone-tiled roof of the mausoleum. An 8-foot-tall, 4-foot-wide white marble door set into the southwest wall of it.
Gentlemen, I think you should really come here and investigate this mausoleum. I think the architecture on it is really jumping out at me.
Go and take
I
a look.
will peer out the window and check out what's so iconic about it.
Yeah, I mean, you just see this giant marble door and silver-plated gargoyles shaped like dragon wormlings as they cling to the stone-tiled roof of this mausoleum.
Wowie.
That looks ornate.
Well, it looks like it's related to this order. Probably where they buried their people.
Be a
But
good guess.
let me look about this card. Let me remember what this card said.
Albert, while you
Treasure
look at
lies
that,
in the dragon's house, in hands once clean, now corrupted. So we could guess that has to refer to maybe the people that the weird dragon fireplace thing did to me.
Okay. And
Alright.
if they are knights put to rest that are now corrupted, they are potentially undead.
Yes, potentially undead, potentially buried, but if it was somebody killed while Strahd was overthrowing the tower, it's unlikely that the Strahd's army took the time to bury them in the mausoleum.
right, he probably either executed them or converted them.
Maybe
There's
check
a
it out.
door to your south as well as this kitchen, as you're all kind of crammed into here. You're just looking out over this
Maybe we-
graveyard.
Maybe we check the mausoleum on the way out, lads.
Yeah, that being said, it seems to be obvious that we don't quite know enough yet. Perhaps we should continue searching.
What was that? What was that word you just used, Bazzlo?
Oh gosh, I can't even remember what I said
It
5
started with
seconds
an.
ago.
It started with an M. It was a big word. Museum?
Mausoleum.
What does that
Mausoleum.
mean?
Well, a mausoleum is where most bury their dead. It's basically a tomb that you can walk into.
I think that's where the might find the dead knights.
I'm just thinking if we go out there now, we run.
I
Might
ain't
be
the
too
smartest in the shed, but if we're looking for dead things,
In the
I think we
shed.
go in there.
That's a
we
very
go in
good
there.
point, Chalo.
You know?
I'm very proud of you for that. I think you're totally correct. I think there's definitely undead out there, and I think we should save it for last, though.
DM, what's the status of the sun right now? And what's the status of the mist around the house as I look outside?
Yeah, I mean you can see about to the fence line of the mausoleum. So that's about 50, 60 so feet at the edge there. So you can see about 50 feet outside the window there. The sun, you can't really tell from inside. You just see that the light is starting to slowly grow darker.
Gentlemen, I would advise we continue doing what we're doing and checking our immediate vicinity, and then perhaps laying down for rest.
Right on, as I quickly walk towards the next door.
Awesome. So as you open this door again, you come to a large dining room. A 20-foot long table with sculpted dragons for legs stands in the center of this hall. The chairs that surround the table have backs carved to resemble folded dragon wings, and several of the chairs have been overturned and smashed to pieces. Suspended above the table is a crystal chandelier that glows with a soft white light. Standing in the windowed alcoves are two life-size statues depicting knights and dragon-winged hounds and shields. You see rainwater trickling in through some of the cracks, flowing down to the west wall and added to a large puddle on the floor. 5 sets of wooden doors led to this hall. The door in the northeast corner hangs open. A pair of leaded glass doors, their panes cracked and broken, stand open between panels of stained glass set into the east wall. These panels depict a silver dragon in flight. Beyond the glass door lies a dark and misty room that appears to be a chapel. So you walk into this room, and there's a soft, glowing white light coming from this chandelier and a puddle on the western side.
Albert, is that glow natural?
I approach it without getting too close and see if I can detect any arcane coming off of it.
Yeah, go ahead and actually just give me a arcana check.
15.
Yeah, awesome. So you can tell what this spell is here. The spell of continual flame had been cast on this chandelier long ago, and it's never been dispelled. The knight statues that it glows upon just look inanimate, but they're lifelike.
Well, I will let you know whoever carved these statues was really a hell of an artist, but it seems to be just an eternal flame spell, which will go on until dispelled.
I hope the artist is doing well.
Unfortunately, I highly doubt
Artist
that.
is likely dead, unless they are immortal.
Or a vampire.
It seems to be a recurring theme in this land. It's not entirely impossible.
It's not impossible, but as these were the individuals that tried to strike down Strahd before he became a vampire, hard to say.
That being said, wouldn't that indicate that either no one has been here since the castle or this building has fallen, or that somebody since then has been here?
Well, I
Awfully
couldn't
long
see
time
anything
ago.
in the entrance that would indicate that At least someone has traversed this side of the building. I would assume it's probably been going like that for a long time now.
It's a heck of a spell to go that long.
Well, if you think about it in terms of enchantments, if you have a weapon that's enchanted, it doesn't inherently lose its enchantment. You can infuse stuff with the weave, and it kind of sits there.
I think you've lost Chalo.
Chalo's head's just.
Are we
spinning.
making clothes here? Like, what do you mean weave?
It's magic fire, Chalo.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. All I know is, yo.
I say we keep investigating.
Yeah, that
Awesome. So-
chapel over there looks very creepy.
Yeah, so there's the chapel to your east, and then there's a door to the south where you looked in from the outside, Ben.
Oh. Are there any spider webs about?
Not in this area.
Oh, gentlemen, I believe we've reached the other side of the building.
Well, the south side is the open side of the building. You said you saw spider webs on the first floor. We have gone up a set of stairs,
Mm-hmm.
which means there's still yet another floor above us.
So you went downstairs and then back up. You're still on the ground floor.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Well, if I remember correctly, the card told us about hands once clean, now corrupted. If that has anything to do with said chapel, maybe that should be our next point of interest to investigate.
Well,
Yes.
depending on how cryptic what she was saying is, it says the treasure lies in a dragon's house. Is this a dragon's house? Or is this the house for the dragon's disciples? Does the dragon live elsewhere?
I think we're in the right spot. Just where on the property does it specifically refer to? I couldn't tell you.
Fire Dragonhead did yell at us.
We can keep opening doors, or we can go explore the chapel.
I'm thinking that there might be something going on with that chapel, being as that's part of the building that has been not just dilapidated, but there was a fire here from what I remember seeing on the outside.
What do you gentlemen want to do?
Go check out the chapel, I suppose.
The chapel.
Awesome. Who is going to lead the way into the chapel?
I will lead the way.
Good question.
Perfect. Danny, so as you begin to walk through these doors, you notice that this chapel seems to be filled with quite a bit of mist, quite a bit more mist. As you take 10 steps, or we'll say like 3 or 4 steps into the chapel, the mist itself begins to part. And you begin to feel the feeling of anxiousness come over you as your spell begins to tick at you. You look around and you see cracked wooden pillars support a wooden U-shaped balcony that overhangs this stone-walled chapel. A narrow archway leads to a spiral that curls up the balcony, and a door set in the north wall has a wooden beam bearing it. At the east end of the chapel rests a stone altar flanked by candelabras. The altar is carved with a rising sun, a relief. Tall and arching windows set the panels of stained glass and decorate the walls behind the altar. One of the windows has been shattered, covering the chapel floor with shards of colored glass, allowing thick fog to enter and fill this room. Through the fog, you see 4 armored figures kneeling before the altar.
I'm gonna call back to my party. I detect something up here. Whether it's friend or foe is yet to be seen, but something is definitely here.
Do you have a? Do your spidey senses a direction in particular?
Within 30 feet of me.
I run in.
Just
To move
sprint.
Where? Dunk, dunk, dunk.
All right, so you're just running in,
Next to Danny, I'm assuming.
but you're still just like running in then.
Yeah, I'm running in.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and let's pause right there real quick. Let me set something up.
Oh, I was way off.
Pretty similar to how I was imagining it, without the turrets. But basically,
I deduced that we were going in a long circle. Yeah. I guess rectangle. But...
Yeah, mine map is way off.
Every time he mentioned the circular part, I was like, oh, that's a corner.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you guys, in this case, each one of these squares is 10 feet that you're on. Just a heads up, so you got to remember that.
Big boy squares.
Yep, exactly. I'm gonna go ahead. Who can't be surprised here in this case?
Ooh, let's.
I'm never surprised.
Am I surprised because not surprised because I detected them?
So
I was
you're
gonna
not.
say, if he was alerting all of us,
I was ready. I was running in there.
Jesus Christ! You don't get every single advantage. So Chalo, you running in there. Cool. Roll me some initiative.
So you want me to roll initiative as well?
Yeah. Everybody roll initiative here.
God, every fucking time.
Waiting on E Bapef.
Wow.
Cool. All right. Perfect. Yeah, so as you all enter this area, these revenants begin to stand up. You see tattered chainmail and what would seem to be long swords here in this case. They are definitely undead. Their corpses rotting, those types of things. And Chalo, you are first.
Oh, okay. Bonus
They got a
action.
free turn of movement, essentially.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
Bonus action, rage. I'm gonna walk up to Revenant A, and I'm gonna start recklessly attacking.
Cool. Awesome, that's a hit.
Ooh. 2 hits. Two, 4. 20 damage.
Shallow, no rage.
I did rage. That's the first thing
Yeah,
I said.
he raged.
Is this thing on?
Bonus damage on rage.
That's with the bonus damage.
All right. Revenant C is going to make his way here. He's going to... Awesome. So I'm going to need you... He stares directly into your eyes, Chalo. I'm going to need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
The wise Chalo.
Awesome. So with that, you are frightened. At the end of each turn...
Wait, I have advantage against being frightened.
Okay,
He's a
well, roll it again.
barbarian.
I thought you
Yeah.
couldn't be feared in a rage.
It doesn't. Never mind. Okay.
Can you be frightened?
No, I just have advantage against being frightened.
Okay,
So
cool.
I guess.
Maybe it's just berserker.
Okay.
Yeah, I
At the
think-
end of each of your turn, you can repeat that in this case. And now he's going to go ahead and attack you. Does 17 hit? Yes. No? Meets. Okay. And he's going to swing again for another 17. And you are going to take 27 necrotic damage as he slams against you here.
Okay.
Elzeiros, it is your turn. You can kind of see through this wooden or these walls here. In this case, you just know that your friends here are getting quite overwhelmed pretty quickly.
Yep. I'm going to summon my friend,
Mr. Wolf.
Mr. Wolf.
That's right. Hey, Mike.
Here you go.
You can't be frightened or charmed.
I can't. Yeah, when I'm raged, I cannot be frightened.
That's what I
Okay.
thought.
Well, you need
Yeah.
to remember that next time, then, please. I can't remember all of your stats.
And then we're both going to run in.
Perfect.
And that's my turn, because that's an action.
Action. So, bonus action. Anything?
No, I'll save that and see what happens.
All right, E Bapef.
I've got a question. I don't know how. Can I cast Moonbeam through a window?
I mean, if you can see the area, I don't see why not.
I'm gonna try and do that. I'm going to move right over here and cast Moonbeam at the second level on Revenant D.
Cool.
Get my little thing out here.
I mean, even if you can, so it is stained glass window. I will allow you to use a bonus action to break the window to see through it, though.
Sweet.
All right.
That
awesome.
would enable them to cross through the window, though, right?
Correct.
Not that they wouldn't be able to break it if I can break it. Let's see, second level. And that is a con 14. Save.
Perfect for Mr. D here. And he passes.
So he takes 5 radiant.
5 radiant. Let me double check here. All right, cool. Is that your turn?
I am going to take a step back and end my turn.
All right, perfect. It is Revenant A's turn, and he is going to, in a blind rage, make a swing at you, Chalo. One hit, and he is going to hit you for 15 necrotic damage. Awesome. And it is Revenant D. Revenant D is going to take that initiative, Bapef, and break through the window here.
Okay, he's got to do his little save first.
Yep, con.
Yep.
12. Should roll that damage.
18 damage.
Awesome. And then how much we'll say that was 15. He's going to break through the window here. Bazzlo.
All right. I'm going to just go ahead and approach Revenant D and swing my silvered rapier at him. It's a 1.
Yeah, that misses. And so with your natural one there, as you make a swing at him, your rapier comes out of your hands and falls at your feet there.
Okay. I'm gonna swing with my dagger for my bonus action. Nat 20.
I don't think it's gonna do much, but fucking roll away, buddy.
Boom. 5 damage.
7, let's go.
Should be,
He said, "You
should be
bastard,
5.
eat this."
It should be 5 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
5 damage.
Yeah.
Awesome. Is that your turn?
You have,
A
like,
little
the
bit of pee goes down my leg, and that's my turn.
You have
Awesome.
the luckiest unlucky dice rolls of all time.
Albert.
Kind of wild.
Seeing as this guy has just fucking run through the window at my friends, I think I'm gonna just look at him and I'm pretty stacked up. But I'm just gonna hit him with a firebolt.
Okay.
Natural 1 on the firebolt.
Sick, dude. You hit me instead.
No, the spell, as you go to cast Firebolt, it just fizzles from your hand, and you look awkwardly around as nothing happens.
Nobody saw that. And yeah, I will position myself.
Muru, did you take your health when we did a short rest last time?
I don't remember.
I
That
can
would've
tell
been the
you
beginning of
what's
last
your
session
health
at the
right now,
winery.
because I
It's
have
30. It's 35.
Out of 52.
Yeah. It just
How low were you based on our last encounter?
If somebody wants to
The
pull
last
up,
encounter was 2 sessions ago, and we took a
Yeah.
long rest.
somebody
and
pull up the
then-
YouTube video. It's on the splash screen in the beginning.
But you had a short rest at the Valaki. So
Yes.
you guys woke up, had the book fight.
When I
And-
click my short rest button, it says I've used 2 die.
Oh, you have to manually roll
You have to
them.
manually roll them. They don't actually
It doesn't
automatically add health. And since I saw the episode today, Bazzlo played Song of Rest, so you get an additional D6 to that.
Yeah.
So for this overlay, how many do I click? All 6 die?
No, so
No.
do you
The
know
overlay
if you
doesn't
added
work.
health? Do you know if you added health at the short rest?
If you click short rest and then pick dice and just rolled it, it did not roll the dice for
Yeah,
you.
you have to do it manually.
Okay.
So as
So-
a paladin, you get D8s as hit dice or D10s.
D10s.
I
you
will
get-
allow you to roll 2 d10s without the Song of Rest dice because this is afterwards, and I feel like being kind
Okay.
to you. Yeah. There you go.
So now,
Holy shit! Why is there plus
Okay.
4?
a paladin. It says the hit die is 1d10 plus 2.
Oh, okay.
All right, go ahead and go.
It's my turn now.
Yes.
All right.
Unless Zach, did you have a bonus action that you want to use?
Wizards don't have bonus actions.
I mean, they do, but go ahead, Muurujin.
Not
Roll
really.
mana magic.
Well, I am just trying to figure out the spacing of this room. There's no way for me to be within 5 feet of both Elzeiros and Chalo here, correct?
Correct. Yeah, you would have
Okay,
to choose
so-
one or the other.
Then I'm going to stand next to Chalo. Chalo, you have a +3 to your saving dice rolls because my aura, and we're gonna start swinging at Revenant Sea. It's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, 23 hits. Absolutely.
Muru, what's your health go up to so I can use it for the thing?
Went to 52.
52.
Okay, hit him for 5, and then on my second attack here. That's a nat 1, so I'm gonna whiff that swing.
Yeah, and as you make that second swing there, your axe also goes clattering to the ground in front of you and Revenant C.
Can I use my bonus action to pick it back up?
No.
Fuck. All right, then. I am standing next to Chalo, and my turn is over.
All right, perfect. And Revenant B is going to go ahead and swing at you, Elzeiros.
No.
And actually, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. He misses on 1. Awesome. You are saved. And you take 14 necrotic damage.
All right.
Awesome. And Chalo, back to the top of the order here.
All right. I'm gonna look at Revenant C, which attacked me last, and I'm gonna start recklessly attacking.
$18 hits.
18 hits. We'll do it this way this time. And then... Nice, for a total of 27 damage.
Awesome. Is that your turn?
I think so. Yep, that's my turn.
Awesome. It is Revenant C. Since you are in range, Danny, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Plus 2
Awesome.
is 12.
Did you? Awesome. So you are now frightened in this case, and he has also got it, and that doesn't really matter. Cool. And he is going to make 2 attacks at you. 1 misses. 1 hits. You are going to take 9 necrotic damage as it makes a swing and bashes into you here.
Okay.
Elzeiros, it is your turn.
All right. Just gotta look up how the wolf works again because it doesn't make any sense sometimes.
Oh, you should have took an action with your wolf the first time around.
He goes right after you do, so you summon him and he goes.
Oh, well, whatever. I missed out on 1 attack. If the spell's all rounded down, so 1. And then he will get pack tactics.
Yep, advantage.
And then hit 1d8 plus 4 plus spells level. Okay. What's my spell attack modifier? Where is that? There it is. Okay. Alright, I'm going to stabby stab Revenant B. And then the wolf is going to go after the same Revenant.
Cool.
Oh, I'll bonus action mark too.
Yep, awesome. And this is B. That is first one is definitely hit. Second one is not.
Okay. For 17 damage.
Perfect.
We'll do rain. And then the wolf will hit. $17.
17 hits.
Okay, and it does 1d8 plus, what was it? 1d8 plus 4 plus spells level, so 8 damage.
Got it. Perfect. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
E Bapef.
Can I see Revenant C from where I'm standing?
No, you cannot.
Okay, I'm going to move I'm
Yeah,
gonna move my moonbeam on top of D, and then I'm just gonna slide right.
Perfect. D is going to make a con saving throw. 20. So give me half the damage.
It's 8.
8. Perfect.
And yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Alright. Revenant A is now going to make a swing at you, Chalo. 25 hits.
Damn.
15 misses. I think, right? Yes. You take 11 necrotic damage. And then D is going to... Seeing you take a swing, make his con saving throw. He fails. Go ahead and roll damage.
12.
All right. Awesome. And he takes a look dead in your eyes, and I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
12.
You are frightened, sir.
What does frightened do to me? I can't move
A
towards
frightened
him.
creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is in line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of fear.
Cool.
All right, and then he makes 2 attacks at you. 1 hits, and you are going to take 8 necrotic damage, and I need a concentration saving throw.
Oops, ignore that.
And ignore the initiative roll.
You said con save?
Concentration saving throw, yes.
Ooh, 19. Let's go.
Awesome. Perfect. And Bazzlo, it is your turn.
With the frighten spell, are we rolling each turn to try to break from it? Is that the case?
Yeah, but you don't have frightened.
And you got to use your action to do it, I think.
That is why.
So the frightened target at the end of its turn. So ending the effect after the end of its turn. You don't need to roll. You don't use your action on it though.
Does that mean Bapef gets a roll to break right now because it's the end of his turn?
No, that happened at the Revenant's turn that I got feared.
Yes.
I haven't had a turn yet.
So then I would like to, if possible, could I pivot around, staying within range of this Revenant to here? It's possible.
I mean, yeah, don't see why not.
I would like to move to right there, and then I will begin playing a song of Counter Charm. So everyone within a 30-foot radius gets a bonus on rolls that would keep them from being frightened or charmed.
Let's go.
Is that a concentration spell, or is it just a spell?
It doesn't say concentration. It's just one action, musical notes. It lasts till the end of my next turn.
Okay, so until the end of your next turn. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool. So use my action to do that, and I'd like to use my bonus action to try to pick up my rapier.
Takes an action to pick up your weapon, sir. Ones are punishing.
Takes an action. Okay. Then with my bonus action, I'm going to give. Let's see, how many do I have? Okay. I'm going to give 1 bardic inspiration to. I'll go ahead and give it to Bapef.
Got it.
Is that a
That's my
D8?
Yeah, 1d8.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Albert.
Oops.
Oh shit! I thought he was pulling out the nukes.
5, 10, 15.
Oh, he is pulling out the nukes.
I'd like to go ahead and do that right there.
So you can see where the point of origin is from where you're at.
Hold on. Let me draw a ruler.
I'm getting at the door and the wall that are in your way.
Yeah, you'd have to see by the side of the staircase. So you'd have to actually walk in the room.
Might have to walk in right next to me.
I'll go ahead and pop next to Els. I should be able to see there. So that's 20 foot of movement.
There you go.
And I need 3 Dex 15s.
Two pass, one fail.
There's the first one.
I'll go ahead and give that to A for the fail. And then, what is that? C, we'll give, what's half of 29? So
Half of 29 is 14.
And then for the last one, B, go ahead. 12. Perfect. Is that your turn?
Move 1, 5, 10 back for 30 feet movement total. And hide behind this stained glass window.
Right,
Let me
cool.
get rid of my fireball for you.
Yeah, I was about to say. Muurujin, it is your turn. You do not have your weapon in hand.
Okay, first thing I do is my wisdom saving throw against this fear, correct?
You do that at the end of your turn.
The end of my turn, okay.
Yes.
Do I burn an action to pick my weapon back up?
You will burn an action, but you will allowed to do one attack with your action, since you can make an attack twice.
Okay, then I will burn one attack and equip my weapon again.
Yep.
And then I'm thinking I'm gonna get fancy here. Let me just make sure I'm reading this spell correctly. Yep. Okay, I'm going to come back to the doorway here. Not quite blocking it. Oh,
You're gonna get an attack of opportunity if you back up. Okay, cool.
So go ahead and roll that real quick.
Yep, it is a 22. It hits, and you are going to take 13 damage.
Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to use my Channel Oath ability and cast Champion Challenge as a bonus action, and each creature of my choice within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw, or they cannot willingly move more than 30 feet away from me. And I'm going to do that on A, B, and C.
All right. And what's the saving throw?
13.
And B and A fail.
Okay, so they cannot get further away from me unless I forcibly move further than 30 feet from them.
Okay, cool.
Okay, then with my last action, I am going to use my breath weapon.
Bonus action.
Well, that was my bonus action to my Channel Divinity.
Okay, gotcha.
So my attack action, I'm just going to burn with a golden breath weapon.
I was gonna give you an extra attack if you as if you were going to swing.
Oh,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Because I sacrificed that to move and do something else, I don't have it.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, exactly. Yeah.
Then,
I was gonna say if you wanted to pick up your weapon and still make a swing, I was gonna give that to you.
I see. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay. So then see if I'm gonna do that, then I just kind of want to see what 30 feet from me looks like. So just give me a moment here. It's pretty big. Okay, so I'm just gonna run into the corner of this room here.
Okay, so they're
trying
all
to prevent Revenant B from going any other way other than towards me.
Got it.
The same with Revenant A here.
Yeah, so they've still got quite a bit of room around you. So
do.
yeah.
Okay,
All right, cool. Is that your turn?
that is my turn.
Perfect. Revenant B is going to look at you, Elzeiros. You already made the wisdom saving throw, no? Yes, you
Oh
did.
yeah, Muru
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
Muru,
with
roll for your wisdom
with
saving
advantage.
And he gets advantage this time.
throw. So,
+2, so that's 13 or 15 or a 20.
all right, perfect. You are no longer feared.
Okay,
Awesome.
that condition, perfect.
All right, Elzeiros is going to make a roll at you. 1 hit, 2 hits, and you are going to take 22 damage from this Revenant B. Chalo, it is your turn.
I'm gonna keep going at Revenant. Is Revenant C? Recklessly.
Yep, 22 hits.
It's an 18 hit.
Yep.
Hey. For a total of 20 damage. How's this thing looking?
Oh, it's looking all right.
Makes me nervous.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Awesome. It is Revenant C's turn, and Revenant C. What are you gonna do? You're not a dumb creature.
We talking about Chalo?
Well, I mean, the undead literally have higher intelligence than Chalo, so I don't know what to say.
Got him.
Oh shit! All right, he's gonna bust through these fucking doors. He's still within 30 feet of you, Muru.
Yep. Does he
Yep.
take an attack of opportunity from me?
Yes, he does.
You got a good one, Chalo. You're still reckless.
Yeah. Whatever. At least it hits. 11.
Awesome. All right, and he's gonna come barreling through the door after you, Sir Bazzlo.
Oh dear God.
Dear God.
1 hit, 1 misses, and I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw, and you take 15 damage.
You get like advantage.
I
or
was gonna do a
something?
counter or a freaking cutting words.
Okay.
Too late.
I mean, if you go ahead, go for it.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll D8, expend a die, roll a D8, and then subtract that number from. So -4.
Yeah, it's still a 16.
Okay.
Worth it.
Okay.
Well, I guess not, but it's worth a try.
If it gets him off a crit, it's worth it. Unless it's
Yeah.
30, 20.
It was just a not a nat.
Oh. So then I'm doing a what saving con?
Wisdom with
Wisdom.
advantage.
Are you kidding me?
You are frightened.
A 1 and a 2?
Just
What?
keep Bazzlo away
It's
from the
legendary. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, legendary
Nice.
bad luck here.
Oh,
Els,
Oh.
it's your turn, sir. Mr. Miles, do 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 do. There you go.
He's swinging.
Oh my gosh.
Swinging. He's
Yeah,
swinging.
Miles, 9 of those hit. I'm sorry to tell you, you whiffed
know.
both of those.
Can you not hear me?
No, now I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I said I missed. You got a crit fail, so no hits.
Yeah, god damn it.
The wolf is 14.
That hits.
All right, go wolf.
With pack
For-
tactics, he gets advantage, right?
Oh yeah, he does. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, we're sticking with 14. Um,
And that's
for
7 plus
11.
4?
13 damage.
13. Perfect. Is that your turn?
That is unfortunately my turn with 2 very bad misses.
E Bapef.
Ooh. Man, what to do. Alright, I'm gonna move the moonbeam and first hit D and see what happens.
Okay, and that's a con saving throw, and he fails.
It's 11 damage.
He's looking bloodied, but just barely.
Bloodied, and I'm gonna cruise this missile over to Revenant C.
Okay. And he fails too.
That's 14 damage.
And he's finally bloodied.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to chug a health potion. Let's see. 2d4 plus 2. 7. And knowing that D has been hitting me, I'm just gonna move this right back there to rest on top of D. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, I can't. Okay, it's gonna rest on C, and that's my turn.
Okay, so it's action to move the moonbeam. I thought it was bonus action, but got it. Right.
Oh, and I'm gonna roll for breaking my fear.
Yes.
Or that's not with advantage anymore, right? Because Bazzlo went.
It's still not the end of Bazzlo's turn. He just got attacked and did fear. Yeah.
That's 24.
You still have advantage.
Yep, and you got that. And you didn't use anything that would crack fear in any way? Nope. Okay, cool. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, it is Revenant A, and he is going to attack our Chalo here. Natural 20 on one of them, and 16. So we're going to crit this. So 19 damage on that first attack.
Okay.
And miss on the second attack.
The 19's cut in half to 9. Or is it necrotic?
You can as he hits me, you can see I cough out some blood. Looking pretty cut and bruised. I'm not looking like I'm on my last leg, but I've definitely seen better days.
And you half necrotic, right? The only thing you don't half is psychic.
Psychic, yeah.
All right, trust me, I've got a note of that. So don't worry.
God damn it. Fucking
Enemy number 1.
Illithids are gonna start coming in from the windows.
Oh no, there's a mind flayer in Barovia.
Oh look, they do exclusively psychic damage.
Awesome. So Revenant D's turn then as well. He is going to look at you, E Bapef, and make 2 attack rolls here.
Saw that one.
And a natural 20.
Cutting words.
Go ahead, buddy.
I would like to use cutting words.
Cut the shit out of that.
Got you, fam. I got you.
Yeah,
You
the
also
crit
have
breaker.
inspiration. 8.
Oh,
Ah,
roll
best
down
top
to
roll.
12.
So it's
Nice.
still a natural 20, baby.
Wow.
Plus 8
Great.
sucks, doesn't it? 16 damage on that first one, so not too horrible for a crit. And then second attack goes through and it hits, and you take 10 damage. So a total
That's
of
all
26 damage.
Necrotic?
Yes, all necrotic.
Nice.
Well, necrotic doesn't do anything in this game, if I remember correctly. Like, it's just damage.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah,
reduce
only
max.
there's some spells that are paired with necrotic damage that prevent healing. But I
Yep.
think that's it.
Exactly. And Bazzlo, it is your turn, sir.
As I begin to silently cry to myself, what can I even do here? Standing here with no weapon.
I need your concentration saving throw, Bapef, sir. Not you, Bazzlo.
Yeah, mine's at the end. Okay.
A con save?
16. Yeah, 16 was the big one, and you have to beat a 16 and a 10 for 2 concentration saving throws.
Well, that's half
They
of 16,
both
so it
beat
would
it.
be 8, which is 10. So you both gotta beat it 10.
I got a 16 and an 18.
So yeah, I guess whatever. Go ahead, Bazzlo.
Okay, I'm gonna look over here at Revenant C.
You still don't have your weapon in your hand, remember?
Okay. I'm not gonna attack, but I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery. Let's see. Say a Wisdom 15.
And that's a charmed if it hits, correct?
I don't see charm.
It's not charmed. I thought it was. It's all good. It misses, so you actually do something with Vicious Mockery. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so roll damage.
And this is C, correct?
Yeah, C. 5. And that's all I can do with my turn, really, except for... Well, I have a bonus action. I'd like to use my... Gosh, I actually can't do that. Never mind. I have no spell slots. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and end my turn and roll to free myself.
Free yourself. Oh, yeah.
From Frightened?
Yeah.
It's Wisdom. Hey.
Cool. There you yeah.
14, 19.
End of turn.
That's my
Albert.
turn.
Is this guy close enough to get attack of op on me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, swing at me.
He misses.
Oh.
5, 15, 20. Firebolt on C. I flick my wrist, snap a firebolt at him.
Cool.
For 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
For 11 damage. And that I'll take the rest of my turn and just move over here. 5 foot.
Muurujin.
Alright, I'm immediately going to run back into the fray. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And just to... I'm guessing C is like on the edge of my aura here. You can't really run further away. They say can't chase Albert.
Let's see here.
30 feet from me.
30 feet, you got
Yeah, he can't chase
15 in
Albert.
between you and him. He can still move 15 feet, but shouldn't be able to get me.
Okay, cool. Alright, then I'm gonna start swinging at Revenant A. First swing is a 9.
That misses.
Okay, second swing is also a 9.
Those both miss.
Well, dang.
It is Revenant.
Yeah,
Oop,
go
is
ahead.
that your turn?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Revenant B is going to make some rolls here. 1 miss. 22 misses as he swings at you, Elzeiros, and that is his turn. Chalo.
Hey, seeing as a Revenant Ages hit me, I'm gonna start hitting it back. Recklessly, of course. Fuck you, Ghost. That's a 4. Give me a second. Is that? Can I re-roll that, or is it just attacks? No, it's just attacks. So, 15 damage.
Cool. Is that your turn?
And that's my turn, and I'm still splitting blood. I'm bleeding from multiple areas, but I'm still standing.
People are looking kind of rough. All right, it is Revenant C's turn, and he is going to make a swing at you, Bazzlo. 1 hits. One misses.
Your thingy first.
Yeah, he's still going to be alive, even if you roll max damage. So 13, he rolls his con for an 18.
All disadvantage.
So half damage. Yeah, the first one was disadvantage, the second one wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, I'm on Proc Sentinel, too. I keep forgetting that.
I can't remember how much health I lost last time. God damn it. I just pulled 15 off myself. Do you have a record of what you rolled before for me, Mike? I forgot to add the damage if you had hit me the turn before.
Oh, I definitely did. So who comes? So what is that? C. It would be right after Chalo's attack.
I think it's right before you rolled the hit on me, because Bazzlo's right before me, right?
Chalo's last attack was 14 minutes ago, if you have timestamps like we do.
Mine are bugged out and it's saying a fucking hour. Can you see what the revenants or what? Oh, that's right.
We can't see your rolls, yeah.
That's right.
I'm gonna do something here when you get to my Sentinel hit.
So you were just at 20 health, Bazzlo. How are you at 35?
I pulled 15 off because I thought it was 15 that I lost, and then I realized I was guessing, so I added it back just until you gave me the number, and then I'll subtract it again. I was at 35 before I started this fight. So I just did that to reset it so I could subtract it again if you have the number.
So, cheating. Got it. Roger.
Smite it.
Should be 15.
Yeah, we're just going to say you take 25 damage total.
My bad, that won't happen.
You're good, dude. That shit happens. Alright, Gulthias, 6
And I'm
damage.
going to expend some charges.
C.
Let's make it a
6,
nice
6.
even 4 charges. And I have to succeed 4 DC 12 Wisdom saving throws or 1 each time a charge is spent. So 4 DC 12 Wisdom saving throws.
Yikes.
1, that's a nat 1.
Give me a second here, guys. I can't hear you at the moment.
2. Okay. 2 pass, 2 fail. But I heal for 24 damage.
Why can't I?
Just hang up and join again. I guess he can't hear us. Mike is deaf. There he goes. He's reconnecting.
He's gone.
He might be rebooting his computer or something. Trying to find out what my staff does.
I literally have all of your damages written down in detail in front of me. Forgot to apply it to myself. How?
All right. Cool. So what happened here? I see you
All right, so
failed 1.
failed 2, passed 2. I heal for 24 health, and when I fail, as I'm casting this, red blood is oozing from the staff. I'm using a lot of charges, so it's quite a bit of blood is pouring from this thing, and I have to. I am afflicted with short-term madness. Twice.
So how should we handle that?
What is
There's a madness condition, isn't there?
Yeah, no, I'm saying how should we hand the duplicative?
Oh.
Just go ahead and roll 2 D100s, please.
And an 80.
All right, so you both fall stunned and unconscious.
But I'm feeling a lot better.
Yeah, give me 2 1d10s.
Okay. And did you add the 6 damage for the?
Yes, yeah, he got hit.
Okay.
I got you.
Beam drops. That's 13. What were the 10s for? Falling damage?
No, the 10s are for how long the effects last.
Sick. Get 'em, boys! As I collapse to the floor.
Oh God.
I mean, it's going to be longer than combat is, so it doesn't really matter what it is. So 3.
If it's longer
10.
than an hour, then I'm not getting through it in combat.
All right, awesome. So, that is done. That was on your.
That was not on my
It was
turn.
a sentinel. That was a
sentinel.
That was a reaction, dude. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ! Elzeiros, it is your turn, sir.
All right. Let's hope this goes better.
16 hits, baby. 23 definitely hits. 12 plus 6, so 18 on the first hit.
Maximum damage.
8 on the second.
Awesome, and now it is your wolf's go.
All right. 17.
17 hits.
All right. 4. 2, 6, 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, perfect. That's nice. 8, and he is looking pretty bloody at this point too. Is that your turn?
That is indeed my turn.
All right, E Bapef, it is your turn at the moment. You are unconscious. We'll take one of those and say you're unconscious. Yeah, well, we'll just keep it at that. You're unconscious in your state. Nothing can happen to you, but it is now Revenant A's turn, and Revenant A is going to swing at Chalo here. And that's a miss. And 1 is a hit. And you are going to take 11 damage. And it is Revenant D's turn here. Bapef, Revenant D sees you in your altered state and is going to attack you while you are down. So it's essentially just 2 hits since you are unconscious. And you are going to take 23 total damage.
Sick.
Bazzlo, it is your turn, sir.
Oh gosh. Well, Healing won't wake up E Bapef, right? He's unconscious. He's not like downed.
No.
It really depends on what Mike wants to do with it because it's not really defined.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it because I've been thinking about this whole time too. Since it happened.
Can't you use the help action?
But that's Baldur's Gate. That's Baldur's Gate.
It's on my character sheet as an action in combat.
Yeah, I know, but like help doesn't necessarily like translate the same way.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's madness, so there's a set time limit on it. You know what? If you help him or heal him, we'll say that fuck it. You can make him unconscious or unconscious.
Then I will go ahead and use Healing Word at the 3rd level on E Bapef.
Okay.
For 11.
And that is your bonus action. And E Bapef, we will say you are awake now.
So what happened is I waste a shitload of effort and now I'm conscious again.
Yeah, that item's kind of
yeah.
Yeah.
High risk, high reward, right?
Yeah.
Depending.
Absolutely.
If I had Shillelagh on it and I did a bunch of damage, then it would be worth it. Yeah.
You might have killed him at that point.
But I have an action.
You were so close to that. And it was 6 damage for...
The damage doesn't get hit over and over. It's just the healing that I can pick how many charges.
That's right. Got it. Cool. All right, Bazzlo, that was your bonus action. Continue on.
Okay. With my action, I'm going to pick up my sword. Feebly.
Okay, got it. Is that your turn?
And that's my turn.
All right, Albert, it is your turn, sir.
Reverend C. Furbolt.
Oh, can I remove this border?
Natural 20 to hit.
All right, perfect.
I'm not frightened.
4d10.
No.
For 17 damage, I think.
Right click that bitch. Yep, 17. All right, how does this Revenant go down?
Albert, seeing E Bapef get slightly confused / concussed, is very upset and uses all his power to muster this firebolt and snap it directly at the Reverend.
Awesome. And that is your turn?
That's my turn.
Perfect. Muru, it is your go.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start swinging my axe at Revenant A. God damn it.
Jeez,
Not one.
I'm not gonna punish you again. Just fucking swing your next hit.
All right, that looks good.
Do you imagine an animation of that going down? So funny.
And
all right.
On top of that, we're going to smite him.
So roll for hit, or roll the damage, and roll that fucking sweet smite.
You're right.
Damage.
I should have done damage first.
You're good. Perfect. Revenant A is finally bloody. Chalo and him have been playing slap fight with one another up until this point.
I've been playing slap fight with 3 of these, but they all run away from me.
Now,
only one's been attacking you, really, my man.
Everyone's scared Chalo.
Just to be correct here, since this is a relatively new character sheet for me, it's saying lay on hands is a bonus action for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, then we're gonna slap a whopping 9 health at a Chalo here. Give yourself 9 health.
Thank you.
And I will subtract that from my pool.
Perfect. Is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Awesome. It is Revenant B's turn, and he is going to go ahead and make a swing at you, Elzeiros. 15.
Beats.
Beats, and 9. And you take 15 damage from this Revenant here. Ooh, so close. Chalo, it is your go.
Okay. I'm gonna do what I do best, which is recklessly attack. Oof.
Believe it or not, it hits.
Nice. Oh, and then one more. Let's go for a total of 20 damage.
All right, perfect. Is
Let's
that your
go,
turn?
Chalo.
That's my turn. Yep.
Elzeiros.
All right, time to take some vengeance, I guess. $25 and
25 hits.
the dice would roll 21.
Perfect. Those are 2 hits.
12 damage
Got it.
and 9 damage.
9. Perfect.
And then
Is
wolf
that your turn?
time.
Wolfie wolf. 18
Uh,
hits.
21. Ugh, gross. 7 damage.
Perfect. Is that your turn?
It is.
Awesome. Bapef.
Bapef, having gone through an absolute roller coaster in the last turn, is going to muster his strength, glance over to the one revenant that has collapsed, and say to himself, well, I guess something worked, and cast Healing Spirit at the 3rd level on top of Bazzlo. And that is 11 healing.
Hey.
Use my bonus action to drag it over top of me. And that's 5 healing. And I am going to move this back on top of Bazzlo, take an attack of opportunity, and run around here and start running. Actually, I'm just going to stop in the doorway so I can see everybody.
All right, and you do take a hit there, and you take 15 damage as you make that attack. Take that attack of opportunity.
Okay, and that is my turn.
Cool. So healing word doesn't, or healing spirit doesn't heal him again, correct? When it's on top of him, the second time around.
Healing spirit. Whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirits for the first time or starts its turn there.
Okay, so when it gets
on
back
my
to his turn.
Yeah, but it kicks a
Awesome.
charge each time.
All right. Revenant A swings at you, Chalo, and you are going to take a half of 15. Revenant D is looking at you, Bazzlo.
Swing first, homie.
Yep, he 2 hits. Are you doing anything?
I'm gonna do cutting words. So it's my last bardic inspiration. Subtract 1. Hopefully,
They still both hit. You take
That's incredible.
You take 25 damage, Bazzlo.
like, is this because I'm using half my screen for my sheet or something? Like, why is the roll so bad?
No, it's did you like Windows key to the right or something?
It's like that just rolls like once. It doesn't roll very much, and just it's like the worst numbers. Was that 21 damage you said?
25.
Oh, I'm down.
He got his healing at the beginning of the turn.
He gets it at the end of his turn, or when he begins it. So
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So unconscious at the
back up.
beginning of his turn,
Got
and then
it.
he comes back up. How do we reel that? Does he still get to since he was unconscious or not?
Well, he's not
If the
unconscious
beam is
now.
on him, it should heal him. But
Yeah,
he
I hit
just
him with the
started his
beam when
turn
I
after
casted
Bapef,
it.
so
So
he
he's-
should get healing before he gets hit.
Mhm.
Right, Zack, but it's not his
Not my
turn.
turn.
It's the
It's not his turn.
Yeah.
When his
Yeah.
turn starts, he should get brought back up if
Yeah.
the beam
But
is on
correct.
him, I would think.
Yes, he
Correct.
should. He will get brought back up, but does that mean he gets his turn? Is the question.
That's
Oh,
a bigger
starts
question on
his
how you
turn.
want to do reses.
That's
In
on you.
Baldur's Gate, you get a bonus action if you get res, and they take your action for you to get back up on your feet. But it's however you want to call it. Just do it consistently.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's thank you, Balders. Thank you for showing us the light. You get a bonus action, Bazzlo, and you
Yeah,
get
I'll take-
healed.
Oh, it's my turn, huh?
Yeah. So you get a bonus action. You take 11 healing from E Bapef.
You see a couple of the dryads start disappearing as well.
11 healing again.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Fly. Okay, back. Oh gosh, I don't have anything else to do. Bonus action. I do this. No, I can't. I literally can't do anything. Oh, okay. I have my knife. I would like to swing my dagger at Revenant D. 401.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Change
You
the,
drop your dagger.
Change your dice
You
skin.
might want to just like throw away your computer and get a new one. Honestly,
Change your dice skin.
Yeah, you need
Albert,
to log out of D&D Beyond and log back in.
Log back.
You try turning it off and on again. Do I have line of sight on D from where I'm at?
Yeah, you can see D.
I would like to firebolt at him for 24 to hit.
That hits.
For that much damage. 15.
Cool. Is that your turn?
That is my turn, yes.
Muru.
All right. I am once again going to start swinging at Revenant A. That looks like a good hit.
It definitely hits.
11 damage, and the following hit.
Are you going to smite? 16
No, I'm
hits?
not going to smite.
And a big old hit. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Is that your turn?
I'm trying to remember. Chalo did get hit, but I think it was only once, so I think I'm going to just end my turn there.
Awesome. Revenant B. Elzeiros.
All right.
One misses. One does hit. And you are going to take 6 total damage, so you are knocked out and unconscious. Is the wolf a concentration spell, or is it just an actual like creature?
Is it a real buddy or make believe?
Pretty sure it's a concentration spell.
So it is a concentration spell.
Yeah, concentration.
All right, Wolfie goes bye-bye then, since you are unconscious.
I need to roll my maintaining concentration rolls in the future.
Yeah.
You do, yeah. I didn't realize it was a con spell, so.
I didn't either.
All right, Chalo.
right. Is this guy Revenant A looking pretty beaten up?
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty beat up.
All right. Come on. Big numbers. Hey, 14.
All right, how do you kill this revenant?
All right. I lunge at him with my spear, and it goes straight through him. And as it goes straight through him, what little blood he does have, if any, gets sucked into the spear. And you see me just get a little bit stronger.
Oh, so you are gonna take it? You're gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, cool.
4, and then I get that much. Okay, and walk over to 2, 3, 4, take my second attack on B.
That hits.
For 8 damage.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Awesome. C is dead. Elzeiros, death saving throw, please.
Oof.
All right, E Bapef.
As Elzeiros is sitting there, E Bapef is going to shift back and move his staff in his direction. As Elzeiros is laying there, a little dryad is galloping directly at his face, and right before it hits him, it goes poof into a little green puff of energy before it
How many charges of that?
disappears. That's the last one.
Got it. So it's 4 charges.
Yeah. It's based on my ability modifier, but currently it's 4. Yeah, and he heals for 7 health. And I'm going to take the rest of my movement and run back out of the room and stand next to Bazzlo. Right before I end my turn, I'm going to use my bonus action and cast Shillelagh and make my staff glow.
Awesome. And Revenant D is going to look to you, actually, E Bapef, and make a swing. And they both miss. Bazzlo, it is your turn.
Now that I have at least my rapier, I at least have one weapon at a time. I'm gonna swing. Does a 2 hit? 7.
No, not at all.
Wicked.
Dragon.
I wish. Yeah, that's my turn.
Albert.
I'm assuming I have to move over here a little bit.
Yes,
to get
sir.
rest. Can I get it right here?
Yes, but your feet get wet from the puddle.
I think
Like
I
that
should put that
You are now uncomfortable.
Albert being uncomfortable is really upset that his feet are wet. He does not like wet feet. And shoots a fire bolt for 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
For 6 damage at Reverend D.
Perfect. Is that your turn?
Well, I'm going to step out of the puddle, obviously. But other than that, yes, it's my turn.
Muuru.
All right, I am going to run on over here and swing at Revenant B.
Awesome. Believe it or not,
13.
hit.
Okay. For 8, and then the second
Awesome.
swing.
How do you strike
Oh.
down this Revenant?
I raise my Yesterhill axe high above my head, and with a big old roar, it comes on down and cleaves him right at his neck, where his neck meets his shoulder.
Perfect. And with that Revenant, the second to last one, you all do begin to clean up and remove the final Revenant here in this case, and that is the end of combat and the end of our session.